Hi, so welcome to today's math lesson. Today we're going to be learning about factor trees and GCF. And you'll learn what GCF stands for. Well, I'll just tell you. It stands for greatest common factor. So I'll erase this slide. And as I do that, please get out your assignment for today. It should have today's date on it. And let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is, what is a factor? Do you remember what a factor is? Try to think of a definition of a factor right now. Think it. Say it. Cool. So, factors are numbers that you multiply, okay? And then when you multiply a factor times a factor, you can get a product. You can have more than two factors, right? Right? You can have a lot of factors, right? So, there we go. So that was a quick review on what is a factor. All right, now I'm going to change how I'm doing this so I don't have to erase every single time. All right, now let's take a very large number. Well, let's start with a number that's not so large. How about 56? This is what we're going to do with 56. We're going to make a factor tree with it. Sounds fun, right? It's like a Christmas tree, but not. So, what are two numbers you can multiply to get to 56? Think about that. Write them on your sheet. Well, don't write it. Write them on your sheet as I fill out this picture on the screen. I bet you thought of 8 times 7. You don't have to put the times sign. So 8 times 7 is 56. All right. Now, we're going to keep going. What two things can you multiply to get to 8? I bet you said 4 and 2. All right. What two things can you multiply now to get to 7? You probably thought of 7 and 1. Now, here's the thing. We don't care about 1 because we know that 1 can be multiplied to get to anything, right? 1 is a factor of everything. So we're just going to draw one little line and bring the 7 down, because 7 is a prime number, meaning that the only thing that you can divide it by are itself and 1. Okay, now, next row. So here's the thing about factor trees. We're not done until we get all prime numbers. Okay. Now, 7 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, but 4 is not a prime number. So let's keep going. What two things can you multiply to get to 4? 2 and 2. Now, bring all the other numbers down, all other prime numbers. Okay? And this is our factor tree. So please fill this in for the first problem on your sheet. Very good. Now, here is an interesting little trick. So, these numbers at the bottom, I'll box them. This is the prime factorization. I'll write that out. Prime factorization. That's the prime factorization of 56. But that's just a fancy word, and you don't have to worry about that. But if we take all the numbers in the prime factorization, put them into the calculator, 2 times 2 times 2, oops, sorry about that, messed something up there. Let's try that again. 2 times 2 times 2 times 7 equals 56. So that's how you can check that. Of course, you will not be using a calculator, but that's not the point. Okay, so this is the prime factorization, and now we know how to do that. So this is a factor tree. There's one more example on your little problem set for today. So go ahead and try that one out on your own. Pause the video. Okay. Pause the video and try that one out. Okay, I hope you tried that one out because I'm going to move on now. That number on your sheet was 72. What two things can you multiply to get to 72? 8 times 9, maybe. We'll try another example with different numbers. What two things can you multiply to get to 8? Let's try 4 and 2. What two things can you multiply to get to 9? 3 and 3. Just a minute, you guys can start. What two things can you multiply to get to 4? 2 and 2. So then we bring down these other prime numbers. And now that we are left with all prime numbers, this is our prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So let's try it. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 equals 72. Cool. Now, what if some of you for 72 said, wait, 72 is 6 times 12. Okay. Do you think this is a problem? If you said 6 times 12, did you do it the wrong way? Let's find out. What two numbers multiply to get to 6? 2 and 3. What two numbers multiply to get to 12? 6 and 2. Alright, so we got prime numbers, 2, 3. Now, what two things multiply to get to 6? 2 times 3. And then you bring all the prime numbers down. So now we have 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 as our prime factorization. Compare these two factor trees. At the bottom, the purple parts, the prime factorizations, are the same. Even though they're not in the same order, they're the same. You have 3 2s and 2 3s for both of them. And that is fine, because the commutative property of multiplication says that no matter what order the numbers are in, go ahead and start. No matter what order the numbers are in, you can multiply them, and they will get to the same answer. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 will equal 72. And then this thing, all multiplied, will also equal 72. Okay, now please complete the first page of your math review sheet. Okay, please complete the first page of your math review sheet. And pause the video while you do that. And with that, I will say good job and bye.